a giant in the Sega development game scene who worked on games for the Sega Master System, Mega Drive and Sega Genesis and created some of the biggest hits of the 80s and 90s, is now creating a brand new Sega 16-bit game. It looks and sounds stunning. My name's Mike, and this is the Retro Gamer Boy Show. Yuzo Koshiro is one of the most influential music composers in gaming, having lent his skill and talent to games like Sonic on the Master System, The Revenge of Shinobi, Streets of Rage 1, 2 and 3, Beyond Oasis, Shenmue and many more iconic games throughout his 37 years in the games industry. His work on the seminal Streets of Rage 2 launched Koshiro-san into gaming popular culture alongside Kawashima-san and created possibly the best 16-bit soundtrack of its time. Even to this day, his work on Streets of Rage 2 is held up as one of the big factors for the game's global success. More recently, he's reconnected with the Mega Drive and Sega Genesis by creating the theme tunes for both of Sega's 16-bit mini consoles. He's now going a step further and is working on a brand new game for the Mega Drive and is bringing his awesome talents to this new game. Koshiro-san has over the last few months released precious few details on the game, but in the last week we've got some more footage and a name for this new game, Earthion. Now, the footage the team has released is far from being the best, but already from this grainy, blurry footage, we can already see that this is shaping up to be one of the best looking shoot-em-ups ever created for the Sega Mega Drive and Sega Genesis. Sega fans have been waiting for a great shmup to come along, and with games like Metal Genesis and 𝗵𝗵𝗆 still in limbo with regards to progress and even release dates, Earthion is welcome news for fans of the genre and the system. Even with these low-res shots, we can see that the game is already shaping up to be a AAA experience, with some stunning visuals and animations. And of course, the soundtrack already sounds like an absolute classic. Now you know me, I'm always excited about brand new games coming out for the Mega Drive and Sega Genesis, but this one in particular has me super excited. The presentation in the game is absolutely amazing already, from just this blurry footage. The ship coming out of the screen and then back into where you finally take your place, ready to take on the alien hordes, looks absolutely fantastic. The use of parallax scrolling, the detail in the foreground and the background, even with this quality of video, looks absolutely stunning. And in the next footage we're about to see, we see this presentation again replicated. The ship enters the upper atmosphere of a planet with a heat shield, before the heat shield breaks away and the ship plunges through the cloud line into a deep layer of parallax scrolling clouds with an awesome sunset in the background. The presentation here is just on a next level. And before all of that, we get the new title screen with that awesome Earthion logo. Now anyone that makes new games for old console already has my support. It's a massive undertaking and a lot of these people are doing without getting paid. It's not a job, it's a hobby. They do it in their spare time. But this one is special. This one is coming from someone who worked on those games back in the day, who had massive teams and million-dollar budgets, and now is doing it on a fraction of the budget with a fraction of the size of the team. And it's not just anyone, it's someone who's created some of the best games ever. Now, of course, we haven't played it, so we can't say if the game is any good, but given the pedigree, I'm pretty sure we're in safe hands. Now, if you enjoy videos like this, you love the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive, you love retro game collecting, then why not consider subscribing? You can do this by clicking on a little button just below this video. We make brand new videos every single week, and so you don't miss them, make sure you also hit the little bell also just below this video. Now, if you can't wait till next week, don't worry, because we've got a huge back catalogue of retro gaming videos for you to enjoy, 2 of which you can watch over here.